I'm just kidding. I'm not a singer. In fact, if you can erase that from your memory right now, that would be awesome, because it's kind of embarrassing. Anyway, I have another really interesting, it's not an interesting pen. In fact, if I were to classify this pen as anything, it's a classic. It's a total classic. And so what I've done is I went to one of my favorite places to order Pelikan pens. Yes, it's a Pelikan. It's a Pelikan, but you don't know which one. And that place is Colt Pens, located over in the UK. And for us American collectors, if you like Pelikan pens and you don't want to spend a humongous fortune on them, I strongly encourage you to go check out Colt Pens. And the reason for that is that over at Colt Pens, Pelikan pens are considerably lower in price. It's true. Yeah, it's great. And you know what? For a certain amount of money, they'll ship for free. And it's usually DHL International, and it gets here like in 2 days. No kidding. I mean, it gets here really fast. Faster than the postal system. Let's take a look at that pen, shall we? It's a Pelikan. And the Pelikan I'll be showing you today is the M800 blue stripes. So let's take it out of this outer sleeve. It comes in this really nice, kind of decadent looking box. The bottom looks like wood, but it's not. No, it's very, very convincing though. Let's take this off. Of course, most Pelikans, or all Pelikans, come in this really cool little, kind of like this leather envelope. As you can see, it has the little Pelikan logo onto what appears to be like a wax stamp. So you take this out, and underneath there is some literature. And Colt Pens has made their stamp on this, just so you know where it comes from. And this is basically the international warranty. And underneath there's yet another piece of it, and something that really tells you that you bought something fancy. Tissue paper. It's just another little Pelikan catalog that says moments of joy. And I do find joy in my pens. That's right. And so basically what we've got in here, it's a catalog with different pens, and this is the one we're going to be looking at. That's right, it's the Pelikan Souveran. Am I saying that right? Souveran. I'm sure somebody will correct me in the comments. You go right ahead. Anyway, Pelikan Souveran M800, the blue and black stripes. Classic, classic, classic. Has all those pens in here, along with, some, So anyway, you get that. You get a little bit of literature to look at. It's always nice to look at a catalog, because all it does is make you want more pens. Okay, I'm getting to the pen already. I know, I want to look at it, and believe me, I want to ink it really badly, because I've actually had this since Friday. And Friday, as of today, that was like 4 days ago, and this has been sitting on my desk, just killing me. Okay, so it comes in the envelope. It's leather. Take that off and open up, and voila! It's a Pelikan M800. So let me take this off. I like Pelikans. Some people aren't really that crazy about Pelikans, but I actually like Pelikans. I think they're classy. I think they're very gorgeous. I love the striations along the barrel. It is a piston filler, so yes, this knob turns and sucks in ink. But the great thing about the striations is when you hold it up to the light, you can see through these little windows, and you could pretty much tell what your ink level is at. So it's not like a big giant guessing game as to, gee, do I have any ink in this pen? Or, I guess I'll know when it runs dry. Yeah, you don't have to do any of that. Before we take closer looks at the nib and the parts of the pen, let's go ahead. I've brought with me a couple more pens just so you can see the difference between the sizes of the Pelikan. So I have an M400, M600, and finally this is the M800. So as you can see, the size differences. You know, between the 4 and the 600, to me, when I write with those, they feel like nearly the same size, in my opinion. Although I do think the M600 is definitely more of the perfect writing size for me. Others may not agree with that. Now, the 800, it's just, I can't hold all three at the same time and talk about this. I mean, so here's the 600 and the 800. So I do see a big jump between these two pens. So this one is considerably bigger, for sure. And it also has a bigger nib. So let's look at this nib now. Okay, so this nib is nice. I got the fine nib this time because I usually get a medium, but this time around I was like, you know, I think I'm gonna gamble here. I'm gonna get a fine nib. And that's what I did. I love Pelikan nibs. I think they're some of the prettiest nibs out there. You know, the next one would be the Parker Duofold nibs. They're really pretty. But the Pelikan nibs are nice. So the Pelikan nib that comes with the M800 is actually 18 karat and it's a bigger nib. So let's do a comparison. So here is the M600 next to the M800. And as you can see, yeah, there is a big size difference. Big size difference. So I'm kind of curious to see, maybe the bigger nib size will be a little bit bouncier. I don't know. I really love the look of the Pelikan. Like I said, I know I'm saying this over and over and over again. Yes, it's a classic. So 100 years from now, this will still be a classic. The clip isn't bad. I like the clip though because it's a Pelikan beak. I think it's really cool how they've worked that into the design. Let's look at the ends of the pen here. It's got the Pelikan logo. That's the piston knob. Oh, that just twists the cap off. But yes. Now, the great thing about what's going on, oh, let me post it. I almost forgot. Here we go. Because it's a bigger pen. So here's with it posted. It's actually a nice size. I'd have to say, you know, this isn't gonna be super uncomfortable. Let's do that compared to the M600 posted. So you can see a difference. And you know, it's a perfect size. In my opinion, it's perfect size. But you know, some people like a larger pen and you know, lately I've been preferring larger pens as well. So yeah, there's a big difference here. Now, the one thing that sometimes Pelikan, because it's the trim is gold plated, sometimes your Pelikan might arrive and you've got like a little bit of tarnish on there. Don't fret, it's tarnish. You can wipe that off with a jewelry cloth that has the little cleaner in it and it won't hurt anything. I'm not gonna do it on this video, I'll do it afterward, just because that means I have to get up and go get it and I'm not gonna do that. So what's great about what's going on at Colt Pens, you always have to watch because with their Pelikan sales, they always have like a, you know, buy a Pelikan, get an ink, get a case, and that's what they had going on this time. Not to mention, there is an additional 10% off for US buyers. So it's like, how can you go wrong? They've already got the price lower over there than they do here in the States. And then on top of that, they throw in an Edelstein ink, which I got in Moonstone, which is the ink of the year, by the way. And it came with a nice little single leather pen sleeve or pen case. Leather. It's actually leather. It's not pleather. It's leather. You know, that's a nice deal in my opinion. You know, you get the pen, get something to ink it up with, and something to keep it in so it doesn't get all scratched up. So very cool. I guess the next thing to do is to ink this pen up and see how it writes. I'm really curious to see what the, if it feels any different than the M600, because that's usually what I write with. So this is gonna be a really cool experience. Thanks for taking this look with me at the Pelikan Souveran M800 with the blue striations. Hopefully this helped you out, and that go check them out over at Colt Pens. I mean, why not? If you want a Pelikan, you want a deal, that's the place to go. It's not gray market, it's the real deal. And Colt Pens, great customer service, and they send stuff out really fast. So you can't lose with that. You really can't. Not to mention ink and a case. Why not? So yes, that's all I've got. That's it. Hold on. Nope, got nothing else to say. All right. And that's how the ink flows.